Hey guys, this is Blue Buster. We're gonna show you the green deck.
So this is my green deck profile. It's a bit pretty much the same as almost everyone else except a few other situations. Uh, Obviously green Ceresmon, my boss monster you could say. Everyone knows what she does, Digisorption, uh, and she can rest opponents Digimon for Digisorption. So the usual is a Digisorption deck. Uh, my techs, one of them is Grand Kuwagamon. You could have Bancho Stingmon as a 1-off or a 2-off if you prefer. At least my meta, you could say, with my friends and the people who I play with, they rarely have 12k DP Digimon, so I don't find it useful to have Bancho Stingmon at the moment, but who knows, that might change. Next up, I have a Argomon, obviously the absorption, and in case the game is getting prolonged or I fight something that I don't really want to be attacking too much, or I just want to try to one-shot as much as possible, then I use this. Puppetmon, King of Trolls, obviously, keeping the board rested, and if doing a specific thing that I'll explain later, a little mini combo you could say, it gives me a lot more memory.
So Puppetmon is really good.
Yeah, it's really, it can come in really clutch. Obviously, it being in a Ceresmon build, I'll be having the Blossomons for Digisorption. Argomon, sadly limited to 1, but still really good. And I have a Rapidmon just in case for the low cost as well as the power. I do not run the Cherrymon, but in its place I run 3 Lilymon. When she attacks, I rest one of my opponent's Digimon with blocker. That's her inheritable, without blocker. As we're gonna see later, there's a little combo I do that basically allows me to rest multiple stuff that are not blockers and hopefully get a bit more power, thanks to an option card. Oops, forgot to put this one here. Just leave it there. Next up for the level 4s, I run a Tyrannomon just in case I need to search for Evos, because for some reason I sometimes don't have them, as well as Tamers. The blocker spot, I have it here. Some people don't like to run blockers. I do, sometimes for survivability. Low cost Evos, Vegemon, the Argomons for Digisorption, and the Gargomons for low cost and good amounts of power. And with the absorption, then, you know, big numbers to hopefully hit over security Omnimons. Lastly, for the level 3s, obviously for Agumons for his inheritable, Goblimons and Argumon level 2s for low cost 2 drops to either rest for Digisorption or just have a lot of bodies on the board for next turn. 2 Palmon just in case maybe it's first turn and I want to search for level 4s, or I'm just playing something, depending on the scenario. You could also cut this, it's just personal preference. And last spot, Terriermon, still thinking on what else to put in its place, but still a really good Digimon if you're playing against purple or blue, which can put a lot of memory up with their option cards aside from the Tamer, so it can help out.
So the Tamer this is gonna give you spice up for your green deck.
Yep. Now Tamers, I prefer to play 3 Mimi Tachikawas. Everyone knows what she does. When you have a level 5 or higher, you rest her to either hatch a baby or play a baby from the racing area, so accelerates a lot of stuff. And maybe you just hatch something, then you can just hatch something else, evolve it and play it and put it to attack, so a more aggressive playstyle. Or if you want to sort of hold back and maybe wait till how the board progresses on turn to later play it, then she helps out on that. 3 Flower Cannon, I don't think we need to explain that. Saves you in the worst of times and the best of times, and if not, you just rest something to be able to kill it. Hopefully with Grand Kuwagamon pierce it. Now, the little card that I like is this one, Dimension Scissor. When you attack something, if you delete it, you restand it, and security effect, you just add it back to hand. I like to use it with Puppetmon, because when you swing with them, you get a memory. Since it's not a once per turn, you just keep swinging on stuff. And if you mixed it in with Lilymon, you keep resting stuff to keep piercing, killing them, getting more memory. Or if I want to go straight at my opponent, if I have a Grand Koalomon, or this, I can specifically go for the Piercer and kill a lot of the board and also damage the security in the process. You can switch this up if you prefer to have more Digimon on more aggro style, but I really find this card very useful. And the last card, which can also be replaced, I like to have Hidden Potential Discovered, just in case I need to play the Grand Koalomon or want to play the Ceresmon at a low cost, and at least that way I'll be able to get it for cheap and probably not pass turn until later. For the eggs, I prefer 3 of the Argomons and 2 of the Tanemons. Tanemon for power, when you Digivolve she gets 1000, that's inheritable, and if I unsuspend, during my unsuspend phase with Argomon, I get a memory. So just memory efficiency and a bit of extra power, since sometimes you might need it. At least some of the people I play have yellow and have the security TK, and that's actually helped a bit to survive.
So how much you gonna rate this deck?
Personally, I really like it. I prefer purple more. Like, it's my main deck, but as a secondary deck, it's really fun. It's really I like to be really aggressive, and the fact that I can also like nuke my opponent's board to an extent by attacking everything. Pretty good. I personally enjoy it a lot. It's stronger than purple though. Like, that's for sure.
So any near future for future green decks?
Oh yeah, green deck is gonna be my second color to play at. I'm still deciding whether or not how to make some changes. Obviously, without the Argomons and the Hidden Potential, you can obviously go other routes. Maybe rush Tyrannomon. I really like him a lot, so there's that. Or just wait for the stuff in the future and hopefully mix it up a bit. But the good thing about the Ceresmon and Digisortion is that it's pretty generic, so you can have it in a lot of builds. It still helps out.
Is there any flaws in this green deck?
My personal flaw is that since I have a lot of option cards, specifically these 3 are kind of dead, unless I have the board to use them. These 3 sometimes can also be dead if I don't have Digimon to attack or something. So pretty much the option. The fact that I run 6 option cards is pretty big. That's when I have them in starting hand or later in the game and I don't have more Digimon, then obviously I bricked, so really can't do much afterwards, sadly.
Okay, guys, this is the end for the deck profile of the green deck. So I hope you guys love it and subscribe and have a good day.